Hello guys, welcome back. This is Ethical here. In today's video, we'll be working on continue. We'll see how continue works in code blocks, that is in C++. Now, um, actually, the continue statement breaks one iteration in a loop. Okay, if you want to break an iteration in a loop, you can use continue to do that. We saw how in our previous video where we worked on switch statements, we saw how break works. Okay, so in this lesson we'll be seeing how continue works. So the continue statement breaks one iteration in the loop. If a specified condition occurs, the conditions with the next iteration in that loop. That is how it works. Now, enough of the talking. Let's get into our code environment to get this done. So let me open up the code box. Let me open up the IDE. So I'm going to use for loop to achieve this. Okay. So I'm going to click on create a new project. Next, C++. Yep. Let me give it break and or underscore continue. Okay, hit next and finish. So let's say we want to test the two of them. We want to check out continue and break. Okay, so we've seen how break works, but maybe because of the for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to repeat this here. So I'll be using for loop now to test for break and continue. So break statements can also be used to jump out of a loop. That is what it does. When a condition is met, after printing that statement, then it breaks out. It jumps out of the loop because it has gotten the exact value it was looking for. All right, so let's practicalize this. So I'm going to use for loop to achieve this. So I'll put in the for loops syntax. So I have int I equal to, let's say our I, the value of I is equal to 0 and I less than 10. Okay. Then we're going to have I plus plus, right? So of course we know how this work because we've done it before in our previous videos. Now I'm going to place a condition here. So I'm going to have I if I of course is equal to 0. You can see it's different from assigning a value to I. This double equal sign means what? Comparison is a comparison operator. I'm trying to compare if I is equal to 4, for example. If the value in I is the same thing as 4, that is what I'm telling the system, then what should happen? So I'm going to open the curly brace, and I'll just put break. We saw how break works in when we were doing switch statements. Okay, so we have here break. So we're telling the system to break whenever we got to where I will become 4. It should jump out. Okay, that is what we are telling the system. Now I need to come down here. Okay, so I need to come down here and print out. I'm going to have something like print out I, then we're going to create a space. We're going to create a new line. That's going to be slash backward slash n, right? That is just to create a new line. So you can have something like this and add something like n off. So let me try this code to see what we are going to have. So if I build and run this code, notice that it prints out the values 1, 2, 3, and it jumps out. So that is the purpose of this break. We're telling the system that the system should print from one. Sorry, it's going to we're going to print values from, let's say, 1 to 3. We want to print values from 1 to 3. Okay, so we'll tell the system that once I gets to 4, because it's going to check is I inside this condition. Let me explain what this condition means. So if I equal to 0 and I less than 10, once I is less than 10, it should print out the value of I. That is what we are saying here. Okay, so of course it's going to print out 0 because 0 is less than what? Is 0 is less than 10. It will print out 0. Okay, then it will now increment I. Then it will check, is that I equal to 4? Of course, I is not equal to 4, so it's not going to execute this. Okay, so after incrementing, I becomes 1. So the condition will be checked again. Is 1 less than 10? Of course, it is less than 10. Now, is that I equal to 4? No, it is still 1. So it's going to print out this again. It will print 2. Then the next time it is coming, it's going to check I becomes 2, right? So the system will check, is 2 less than 10? Of course, it is not. Then it's going to execute this code again. It's going to print out the value, then increment it by 1, I becomes 3. Then the system will check another one more time to see whether that 3 is less than 10. Of course, the condition is true. Then it will now check, is 3 equal to 4? Of course, it's not met, right? So it's still going to print out the value of I. Then it will increment that I with 1. So I becomes what? 4 now. So the system will check, is 4 less than 10? Of course, 4 is less than 10. Then it will move to the next line, which is if I is equal to 4. Of course, 4 is equal to 4, right? So it will jump out, it will break, it will not print out this C out. It will not print out this I that we have here. So that is why in your output you have only 0, 1, 2, and 3. After printing the 3, then it's break out. That is it um jumps out of the execution. So that is how break works. Now let's say we want to change this from break to, let's see another one. Let's change it from break to continue. Okay, so continue statement breaks one iteration in the loop if a specified condition occurs and continues with the next iteration. So it's going to let me just click on build and run for you to see the difference. So I'm going to click on build and run. Now look at what we have. Okay, so we have 0, 1, 2, 3. Of course, 4 is missing, right? So we're telling the system that once it gets to where I is equal to 4, it should skip it and continue. That is what we are saying whenever you use continue. So if I is equal to 4, don't print that I, skip it, then continue with the remaining value. Okay, so that is why if you notice from your output, from our output, we don't have 4 printed out. All right, so this is how it works. Okay, guys, so I think I don't want this video to be too long. So that is the difference between break and continue. Okay, so I believe you're able to get value in this video. Please give it a thumbs up, and also share it, to your loved ones so that they'll also benefit just the way you did. Okay, so don't forget to hit on the bell icon to subscribe so you get access to more unique videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.